Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to share with you the answers for the TranscribeMe audio test. That's the first audio test, and I have the already transcribed version of the audio. So I'm going to play the audio and we're going to look at the transcribed version. That's the most accurate I can get. So I'm going to look at them, then click next to submit to see if it will pass or not. So let's go.
Does the technology that the bus has now help with that at all?
Probably not now. Yeah, we've got some great 360 camera systems and such, but we just don't have enough of them in the marketplace. And at this point in time, while we've sold some, the biggest percentage of our customers still stick with the tried and true. They're afraid of all the new gadgets and features.
So predominantly they're not taking advantage of the availability of the options.
Whether that's price driven or just a fear, that's probably a combination of both. You start adding those options and you start increasing the price of the bus pretty significantly.
Okay, IC and Bluebird. Like are those your key two competitors, would you say?
IC probably dominates Texas over the rest of us.
All right. So when you think about Thomasville and the customers that choose to buy Thomasville, why do you think they're making that choice versus IC or Bluebird?
Well, I think it's different between every customer, but in some cases it is the relationship that we've been able to build over the competition. Every customer is different.
Well, let's say they're considering all three brands. What would you say to them to tilt them your way? Let's just say beyond the dealership, which I know we know is important. What would it be about the product or the brand?
So of course we'd like to push the customers to a product they can only get here. Really the difference is in the engine a lot. Kind of depends on what the customer is interested in. In some cases they focus on safety. We try to talk about how our bodies are bolted to the chassis. It just really depends on what that particular customer's focus is. It'd be a whole lot easier if every customer thought the same way. The challenge is trying to figure it out what interests that particular decision maker.
Okay, that makes sense. So I asked this question a little in a different way maybe a few minutes ago, but if you think about their positioning for the future and the way the world is changing and the influx of electric and everything else, do you think they're in a good spot? Do you think they should be leaning one way or the other? And what would your ideal Thomasville look like?
Well, I do think that this time they are ahead of the game, and usually when I think of Thomas, I think they're always late to the market. Whether it's the propane engine or a lot of the different features, they seem to be less willing to make changes and explore new products and offer and options. I get a little different feeling with the electric bus.
That they're more forward with that.
Yeah. More forward, although sometimes I worry that they're more forward at the detriment of some of the other products.
So are there some that you're concerned about?
Gasoline really concerns me. We still don't have a gasoline engine. We're the only competitor that doesn't have a gasoline engine. And unfortunately, our competition sells a lot of them in the state. Mm-hmm. Thomas is working on a gasoline engine that's supposed to come out in 2024. But like I said, they're last to the market. The gasoline engines have been out for, 4 or 5 years.
Hmm.
And,
why do you think that is?
I have no clue. I don't understand.
Okay. And why is gasoline important? I know it hasn't been out that much. For a while they were calling it an alternative fuel, right? Why is it important?
I would say most customers would tell you because of the challenges that the diesel after treatment systems have provided. They become a lot less reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Than the addition of diesel exhaust fluid, and then IC tried to come out with their version that didn't use diesel exhaust fluid that had a lot of after treatment problems. They would throw us all in the same bubble, all diesel engines into the same bucket. The challenges with the after treatment system now, the after treatment systems are getting better, but they still have what is like an elephant. They have a long lasting memory of challenges they had. Some say it's because it's easier to find service technicians on a gasoline engine over a diesel engine. At one point in time, it was cost driven. You should be cheaper to get a gasoline engine than it is a diesel engine. It's becoming an important player in the industry.
Is the initial purchase price more important than the total cost of ownership over the life of the vehicle?
Okay, so we've just gone through the whole transcribed text, the whole text I've written from the audio. So as you can see, I'm in incognito mode. So after reading the guidelines of the exam, they will advise you to run the test, to write the test in an incognito mode. So that's why I'm in incognito mode before I will submit the test. But then all this work I did it in a normal window, because in the incognito mode you see that we have Grammarly. Grammarly helps us to check our grammar, check our spellings and other grammar mistakes, but on incognito mode it doesn't work. So to edit your text, you have to use the normal window. Then when you want to submit, you go to incognito mode to submit. So yeah, I think the next thing now is to submit. So if you want to know a better way to transcribe, I use a website called Otter Voice. You can see it here. Follow my cursor. Otter Voice. I used it to transcribe the audio first, and it has a lot of mistakes, so I had to go through it to make corrections myself with the help of Grammarly. So if you want to see how to use Otter Voice to help you in your work, you should check out my other video. Check out my channel, you'll see other videos. But please, if you know this video was helpful to you, if it made any sense to you, please, I would appreciate it if you like this video and subscribed. Before I submit, I'm going to just go through a bit to see if there are places I've made any more mistake that I can correct. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to submit my test now. We'll see if we pass or not. Okay, I forgot to tell you, when you are working on it, you should save. You don't have to do it at once. You don't have to do it in one sitting. You can save your work, log out, come back and continue your work. So I'm going to save. I'm going to show you when you click on save. It's going to save your work for you so that you can go and come back. You can see written here, your exam is successfully saved. You can resume it anytime in the next 14 days from the saved point. Okay, so I'm going to click next. As you can see, we've passed our first audio. So if you have to copy exactly what I did, you are sure to pass. So now we're going on to the next audio. So make sure to check my channel to see how we're going to transcribe the second and the third audio, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.